Welcome back to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. We want to thank Bank Hometown for being our sponsor, as well as the Worcester Railers Hockey Club as the puck drops and the new season begins at the DCU Center here in Worcester. Thrilled to have with us on this segment Jessica Velez and Jose Salita, who are the owners of Sara's Auto Sales. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, well, we're thrilled, and maybe we, oftentimes we start how does a business get started? Tell us about that adventure.
So I'll let him start.
Actually, I've been in the business for over 17 years, working, from cleaning cars all the way to, now owning a company. And one day, after many years of situations where I couldn't make things happen, one day we sit down on the couch and we say, listen, I think we're ready to do this. We should just jump on it and then trying to get something the way we can help out other people. We don't have so many restrictions, and we decided to open Sara's Auto Sales.
And that's a big decision. I mean, you're giving up jobs, oftentimes putting savings and
Yes.
signing on the dotted line to take a big step, not knowing the adventure. And that's kind of the entrepreneurial spirit that makes our country great. And so, but those are tough moments.
Big step, definitely.
And so when you did that, next steps.
It's a lot of work. I mean, a lot of things we didn't see when we were employed. So now that we own and we have to do all the running arounds, now we actually get to see a lot of things. And we get to a lot of walls, but, together we actually trying to accomplish whatever we need to get done to move to the next steps. It's a little bit hard, especially now these days. Things are a little bit difficult, but we're moving forward.
So automotive sales is in the news a little bit these days, just given supply chain issues, manufacturing demand. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the types of vehicles that you offer and kind of how people can get engaged and potentially become customers.
Yeah. The vehicles that we actually offering, trying to get late model vehicles, years. Trying to, like I said before, been in the business for over 17 years. Some of that time I was in the finance department, so we get to know what the banks like when it comes down to structure a deal, when it comes down to buy a car. Sometimes people don't have the greatest credit, so we're trying to have a vehicle that fit what the bank need, also fit what the customer wants, so we can actually have a happy median.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Jose. It's not just simply about the cars and having them. You've got to sit with the customers, understand kind of what their needs, their financial capacity. That differs. Banks, lenders, thresholds are different about what they're comfortable accepting credit. So you've got to navigate all of that.
Correct. All
of which involves technology and communication.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to add, one of the challenges that we are facing, as you said, it is in the news, is the inventory of vehicles, of used vehicles. It's all like a domino effect that everything is having in regards to the market and supply and demand. So it's a little bit challenging at these times, but it's not something that we're not going to let it ruin us. We're going to continue navigating those, those unsettled waters.
Right. But many of us kind of take for granted, you get in the car and you kind of turn it on and it goes. But this also, we're in October, which is manufacturing month, but this, I think, underscores the importance of manufacturing here in the United States, too, because whether it be the chips in the automotives or just the delays in kind of production that have taken place over the last several years, it's impacting so many sectors of the economy.
Yes, definitely, like the metal, the low supply of metal and manufacturing, which then what that means is the new dealerships not looking at the used cars. Yeah. And the little guys like us are having a hard time getting our inventory in the lot. So we'll just have to continue, trucking along and hope that the economy gets better.
Right. So let's make sure how people can get to you. I mean, you're located on Main Street?
Yes.
And
so we're at 1122 Main Street by the Webster Square area in Worcester. We have a website, www.sarasautos.com. We have a Facebook. We have an Instagram. You can call us as well, 508-737-2235.
Right. And you had mentioned kind of those challenges in terms of inventory. Dealers who traditionally sell new models now are selling kind of lately used or late model, so they're competing for that inventory. You're out there kind of looking to do that. What have you got right now? Are there any kind of specials out there?
We do. We always have try.
Maybe there's somebody out there right now saying, "I want a car."
We always trying to have good deals. Trying to handpick the vehicles that we have. We don't have a lot of vehicles, but we're trying to handpick. So the stuff that we have, we're trying to look at the history. Carfax, how many owners, accidents, and stuff like that. So yeah, we got a couple cars over there, so you can stop by and then visit our website also, and you can see some of the selections that we have, a couple SUVs and sedans that we have over there on those Toyotas.
Well, the SUVs right now, with fall here and the weather getting a little chillier, you're going to be not too long before we
get ready for winter.
The snow. Yeah. And then that last point, I want to kind of reiterate just in the minute we have left. So, like I said, you've got a history and your experience working and kind of financing autos, prior to owning the company and now doing it. You can work with people and try to help find them the right lenders and find a way to pay for it.
Some of the things is, like I mentioned in the past, I've been in the last 7 years doing finance, so I got a really good relationship with a lot of the lenders. Programs, they switch so often, so I'm trying to keep up with all the programs where you can actually, so I can learn how to help other people. Like we have programs for, like, let's say first-time buyers, people that have no credit or no history of credit. As long as they have 3 months of job, they can actually get financed at 100%. We got banks that actually lend to people that self-contractors, like
self-employed. Right.
So a lot of times those people, they think that they're not going to, I don't have a pay stuff, I cannot get into a vehicle. But yeah, some lenders, they do, and really aggressive when it comes down to the interest rate. So
so we're not only here to try to sell a vehicle, we're here to educate the community about what's out there, about their credit. We focus a lot on educating credit. And our experience in our past, in our background and our nationality, unfortunately, we weren't brought up to learn and know a lot about credit. So we now know that. So we want to turn and go back to the community and give them that education that maybe their parents or whoever is bringing up is not educating them on that. So
and that's really important.
It's really important.
It's not just about selling a car; it's also about building a relationship.
Of course.
Setting people up for success.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for the success that you've had and for being here with us, Jessica Velez and Jose Salita, the owners of Sara's Auto Sales. 1222 Main Street? 1122 Main Street, the Webster Square neighborhood of Worcester, and great to have you on and look forward to working with you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure
to be here with you.
Great. Stay with us. We got our final segment coming up, Chamber Exchange, the TV show.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.
Being associated with the Railers and being a part has been awesome, and it's been a lot of fun.
I think my students' initial reactions is my favorite part. Their eyes get really wide and they're in awe.
And then you have the excitement of hockey and you have that anticipation in the air, the crowd getting into it. It's fun.